Jamais et par jamais et par avion, never be taken alive. The French Chasseurs. The branch of the French army originated during the War of Austrian Succession when in 1743 Jean Châtillon-Fisher was authorized by the Marshal de Belleisle to raise a 600-strong mixed force of infantry and cavalry. It was called Fisher's Chasseurs. During the remainder of the 18th century, various types of light infantry troops, troupes de légers, were employed in the French army, either as an independent unit or as a company within existing regiments. In 1859 to 1870, Italy was becoming unified and became unified in 1870, forming a powerful state. The French army saw this as a geopolitical change, as a potential threat in the Alpins, or the Alps border, especially on the Italian army was ready to create troops specialized in mountain warfare, the Alpins, on December 24, 1888. The first Troupe de Montgre mountain troops corps was created from the 12th and the 31st existing Chasseurs de Paris hunters on foot battalions. Initially, these units were named Bataillon des Alpines des Chasseurs et Paris, Alpini Battalion of the Hunters of the Foot. Later, this was shortened to Bataillons des Chasseurs Alpins, Battalions of the Alpini Hunters. From their establishment, the Chasseurs Alpines were a plain and particular uniform designed but is suitable for mountain service. This comprised of loose-fitting dark blue jackets, a blue-grayish breeches together with a large barrette covered with a yellow bugle horn insignia on the Chasseurs branch. This was believed to be the first regular army unit to have worn this form of headdress. The Chasseurs Alpins, Alpini Hunters, were an elite mountain troops, of course, in the French in World War One, going into World War Two. They trained to fight in rugged terrain and the Alps and Vergos mountains. They were recruited from the local populace, as such they were more familiar with hunting, marksmanship, skiing, long-distance hiking, and their Parisian cousins. And of course they lived near the mountains, so of course it would be hiking, climbing mountains. They will know the terrain better, and they will know how to ski warfare. Yes, ski warfare is a real thing. Look it up. You can always tell how good troops really are by the nicknames of their adversaries given to them. The Germans nicknamed them Blauer Teufel, or the Blue Devils. So if you love the Blue Devils, you're from North Carolina, you have the Chasseurs, the Alpine troops, to thank. So pretty much they engaged in mountain warfare, where the avalanches killed the average man more than a bullet or even a cannon could cause avalanche. So you could always say cannons actually cause avalanche. So technically a cannon could kill you in the Alps, but since the Italians were on the Entente side, the Italians didn't really invest much on the French border, so the French actually sent some chasseurs, especially during the Battle of Frontiers and Vergos, to halt the Germans and their Jager Corps, which is the Edelweiss episode that I did a while back. So this is I don't really call this a set. This is like the other part to that, because there were many mountain troops. There were the Alpinis, the Jagers, the Jugers, the Alpinis, the Chasseurs, like I just said. There were actually some light infantry and cavalry chasseurs that were actually in the mountains. They had in the chasseurs themselves, they have many other units, so it's one big special paramilitary force with units inside of it. So they're the Chasseurs, Alpini, cavalry, marksmen, and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much the chasseurs. So the last thing I have for you is Albert Steven Roche, which is one of the famous chasseurs. He was actually rejected from the French army, but then went to serve and was transferred to the Blue Devils, where he was recognized Well, I'll save that for one more episode. Okay, we're gonna finish the episode, I swear. We're gonna do Land, Air and Sea, the end, the RC, we're gonna do the French Marines, and to round out we're gonna do Albert Savigny Roach. So five more. This is the last two, then the last two official ones from the whole series, and then two more, a gun and a person. So that's pretty much it. Hope you learned something. I honestly think this was the shortest one out of them because they saw very big military service during the Franco-Prussian War and World War One, and that is pretty much it. They did still action at Fort Douaumont, Verdun, Chemin des Dames, but since there was no war with Italy, because remember Italy was on the Triple Alliance, so since Italy was an Entente power, they were not really relegated to Burgos and the Alps anymore. They did send some to serve with the Italians, but most of them just became like infantry and fought at Douaumont, Chemin des Dames. Germany knocked them out. It was basically 3 French guerrillas in the mountains at that time. So that's pretty much it. So that is the Chasseurs Alpini division. So I hope you learned something.